welcome to FusionPit Presents. I'm Charlie, and today we're going to be doing something a little different for us. Today we're going to be starting our official first top 10 countdown. Alright, so this first top 10 thing we're going to be doing is, like I said, different. What we're going to be doing is, for me, I'm starting off with our favorite top 10 bands that have released stuff, or albums, whatever way you want to look at it's fine. Before, that release stuff, before me, Alec, and everyone else who's joined us on this little show of ours has released. Alright, and I'm going to be starting off with my number 10 pick for my Back to the Roots. For me, it's Defeat by the band Armed for Apocalypse. And the reason this one is number 10 is because I really like this band, I really do. And this was their first official release. Now, yes, they are good, but I could still hear in each song that they still had a lot of work to do. Everything wasn't as tight-knit as their later release, but everything still, hit the right notes. It just hit right. And for me, coming in number 9 is the Ubiquity of Subjugation by the band Slaughterbox. Now, don't get me wrong, I really think this album should have been a little higher on my list, but knowing me, I kind of was a little picky. Not just from the fact that this band is a little heavy for my taste. I will still give them a listen to all the time now. But for me, the genre just seemed, nothing bad about the genre, but I just feel like this band, for this album, could have done just a tad bit better. Other than that, this album was really good. Right now, my number 8 choice is Beneath the Waves by a band that used to be around called Stamen. Now, this band, I really loved how they experimented with their sound. They gave it a good variety of, I don't know what it is, but they put a good variety in with their specific genre that they were looking for. What is it? I think it was the song Crash of the Moment that really just seemed to catch on with me, considering it. What is it? I don't know, it just kind of reminded me of something that you could listen to on, kind of having a bad day, and then everything just kind of feels a little bit better. Alright, my number 7 is Ascension by the band Acclivity. Now, I feel like, this got a little low on my list because I feel like this band could have experimented with their sound and, they could have just added a little bit more to it. But still, I will say that the song, The Grave, still best song on that entire album. My number 6 choice is by the band Shepard, an album they released called The Procession of Trampling Hoof. Now, I loved what they did with this album. I just feel like they got the sludge metal sound, tone, everything down just perfectly. And Alec introducing me to sludge metal, I really feel like they were a good introductory band. My number 5 choice, my perfect middle choice, would be Armed for Apocalypse's second release, The Road Will End. Now, with this band, I will say that seeing them live is different from listening to the CD, but do not get me wrong. Listening to the CD by itself is fantastic. Everything is solid. You get everything even. Like, the guitars, drums, everything are just layered perfectly. Alright, coming in at number 4, I have 7 by the band Seven. Now, I love what they did with this album. I mean, the song Addiction has this perfect mix of, this kind of soft whatever, and then gets into what's really kind of sounds like, it's like black metal and groove metal almost to me. The song, like I said, the song Addiction, best example of that. And don't get me wrong, the Marion let me borrow the video, and I was really blown away with what was on it. Coming in at number 3, I have Unleash the Plagues by Decayed Existence. Now, listening to Decayed Existence, I really love that they're staying, you know, with the old school death metal sound. It really, really, it's some that's, I don't know, in my opinion, kind of lost nowadays. But, hey, you know, people have their own opinion. But this band, I can tell with this one that they really, really put all they had into it at the time, and it really, really shows per each track. Coming in at number 2, I have the Aces Over Jacks self-titled by the band, obviously, Aces Over Jacks. Now, I'm really, really happy with this band. They're, the uniqueness that they have and the old school vibe that they have with their music just really, really, really sticks out. I still remember the 5-gallon bucket as a Tom. That was priceless. But still, that album, definitely one of the best ones before me and Alex started FusionPit Presents. And my number 1 choice for Back to the Roots is Fuck a Name. Wait, I'm sorry, I mean Emanakcuf, and this is their self-titled CD. Now, the reason this band comes in at number 1 for me instead of any of the other bands that I previously mentioned is that this band may have been around a short time, but this band went all out with everything that they did. Like the drumming, the guitars, the bass, everything was just perfect. Even the vocals just were beyond perfect. Emanakcuf, you guys did great, and to all my previous top 10, you guys did great as well. Alright, and now I'm going to be starting with my top 10 releases of the year 2015. Alright, and coming in at number 10 is Visidian, their single called The Welcoming. Now, I really, I liked this single, I really, really did. It was brutal, it was heavy, and technical still. Everything about it just was good. But, I don't know, I just kind of feel like there could have been just something a little bit more to it. Otherwise else, it was still really good.
They're all gonna pay the ultimate price!
Alright, and coming in at number 9 is coming from the band S.P.I.T, the Anti-Music EP. Now, I managed to get a chance to see them live at the Jefferson Punk Fest. Really, really great stage performance these guys have. And this EP, I liked it. I really did. Considering that, punk at the time wasn't really my thing. I attended to introduce myself to punk. And this band really, really did a good job with showing off punk and all it had. Coming in at number 8, we have Reunion with the EP True Values. I would like to say that this band really shows, I don't know, I think punk's really their style. Their sound, the lyrics, everything just comes off incredibly punk related. And thanks to the Jefferson Punk Fest, that really got me more into punk. I definitely say this band deserves number 8. Coming in at number 7, we have Repellent's EP, Repellent. Now, thanks again to seeing them live at the Jefferson Punk Fest, which I am sorry to say, whoever missed it, you missed out, missed out on a good show. They have good stage presence. They have energy when they play. And they were not afraid to get up like in everyone's business during their set. The guitars are fantastic, the drums were great, the bass is good. I would have put them a little higher, but there was something missing. So, solid 7. And coming in at number 6 is Burning Hash with their self-titled CD, Burning Hash, obviously. Now, I really, really enjoyed this. this band, they really put, their heart and souls into this. Now, I would have put them a little higher on the list, but I just kind of felt like one thing to push it over the edge was missing. Otherwise else, this band really showed off their stuff.
We are assholes!
Coming in at my halfway point, number 5, is Waves of Leviathan with their single, Waves of Leviathan. My apologies. Now, I got to see this band live in Chico, and I feel sorry for the people who missed that show because there were a really good group of bands who were there. Now, I would like to say this. This band, their stage performance is amazing. They were one of the very few bands at that show who, hey, come on, don't be afraid, let's get up close. I like that. Shows, they have fun with their stuff, as we have said before. Now, I really just like this. They're playing music, they're semi-serious, but at the same time they're also trying to be funny. That's why this band has deserved their spot for me at number 5. And coming in at number 4, I have the split between Vex and the band Gorilla Monsoon. Now, I love what they did with this split. I mean, this band Vex, they really know how to do their stuff. The vocals are done perfectly, the guitars, heavy, thrashy, love it. And Gorilla Monsoon, I'll also give them the same thing. They really show that they can play alongside Vex and, still, I don't know, they really sound like they're having fun with it. Vex, Gorilla Monsoon, you guys are great. Coming in number 3, I have the AOD demo AOD, or Ashes of Death, whatever you prefer. Now, I put this one in number 3 because I just feel like this album related to me a little bit more than some of the other, the last 7 I've introduced. But I will say that, this band does sound a little like Pantera. However, that still doesn't take away the fact that this band knew how to make everything sound good, come out perfect, and, just hit right home. And coming in at number 2, we have the Ghost Town Rebellion with their single, Poverty Ridge. Now, we've discussed this before with a previous video, but I will state that seeing this band play this song live, I really love their stage performance. The guitars, they came in really well written. The bass, drums, everything just followed perfectly. And, I'd really love to see more what this band could come up with later on. This single really got me excited for what they can come out with later in the future. And coming in at number 1, we have The Blessed Graves by the band Decayed Existence. Now, this album really stood out to all, me. It stood out to all of us, what am I saying? This album, I loved that, what they put into it, everything about it, the guitars, the vocals, the bass, the drums, everything was just perfect. Now, I would like to say that while this album had every perfect moment you could expect for death metal, for me, the top track would have been number 3. And with that, this will be the first video of our top 10 videos. Charlie from FusionPit presents, you guys are awesome, stay metal.